Welcome to FurCast, episode 381. I'm your host, Paradox the Red Wolf.
You go. I actually would be on the third.
I know. I was just making it really awkward because I'm like, what if I just said nothing? And you were like, you go. And just silence. Hi, everybody. I'm Nico.
And I'm your Tiger Muruski.
Are you there, Tiger, though?
Wasn't there like the least most host and the lesser most host? That was you and Bull, right?
Yeah, I stopped that
whole
because
thing?
I did the lesser most, and then he did, I'm the least most, and then I got all grumpy. Because I'm like, you're stealing my thing.
Because he undercutted your...
No, because he stole, like, it. I don't know. It's like coming up with a slogan, and they're like, haha, here's my slogan. It's better. And I'm like,
Wow. Okay. Anyway, welcome to 381, FurCast Live. Pharaoh's not here tonight. He's taking a break from the show. He's doing a bunch of stuff outside. Maruski and I have had a long week. Part of our week was fun.
You had a complicated.
Part of our week was just playing a bunch of VR, which was nice.
Yeah.
Because you have VR and I have VR now.
And I got a bit of vertigo right now.
Yeah. Rotate that mic. It's not aimed at you.
Okay.
There you go. You got a bit of vertigo? Why?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know if it's a vertigo or just not getting enough sleep, but we slept like 10 hours today. So I think it might be the vertigo.
Huh. I don't know.
I don't know.
But you've been playing Quest and I have a Vive.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting to compare the two.
Yeah. Quest has advantage of being very mobile because it's an on-body processing.
It's almost like a game console that you strap to your face.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Vive is more of a computer screen that you strap to your face.
Yeah. But Quest is just as capable of doing the same thing if you have a USB-C cable that can be connected to the PC. And if you have good CPU.
Yeah, I was going to say, your CPU is struggling a little bit with that.
Hitting 100%.
Yeah. But we had fun with that until one of our neighbors was going down the road, and this is his story, but apparently a wasp flew into the window of his car, and shenanigans, and he smashed into Maruski's car, which then proceeded to make Maruski's car smash into my car. Well, it put a dent in my car. My car is not that serious, but it was.
Okay, the price of yours is still serious.
Well, the price of mine is ridiculous, but that's just because it's a modern car and fixing shit on modern
Like
cars.
the entirety of my right side of my car's bumper is gone, and I also have to replace the lighthouse unit.
Yep. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's bad, but
This is why
apparently
I don't park in the street.
Well, we don't have any spot.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah. But
We have too many cars.
We do, because each person in our house,
Every single person has a car.
we have 6
It's
cars in our driveway.
ridiculous.
It is.
And it's going to get so ridiculous if we have to do the winter because
we've been building that extra spot beside the garage.
yes,
It's gonna fit maybe 2 more cars.
I'm still going to have to be the first one out all winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most likely. Depends on where I'm going to be.
Speaking of which, do we know what they're doing with like schools in our area next?
I have a 100-page packet that is our reopening plan.
A reopen? Okay.
I haven't read it yet because it's 100 pages. I got to page 20 when they're like, here are 3 options. Either open, be a kind of mix open and not open, or not be open. I'm like, yes, those are the 3 options.
Wow. That's
What are we going to do? And they're going to, they don't know yet.
okay. So it's complicated, basically,
Yeah.
for schools in our area. They don't know. Anyway, I should mention FurCast is sponsored by TwinTailCreations.com, and if you check them out, we have coupon codes, Red Wolf and Blue Fox. Obviously, the Red Wolf coupon code is better, and I can say that because Pharaoh's in here tonight. Anyway, does it say
wait,
15? It
yeah,
says
it's
15. Hold
20.
on. Let me update the graphic. It is 20% off
Ooh.
instead of 15% off.
So it's buy 5 get 1 free.
No. Well, oh yeah, I get.
Yeah, mathematically speaking, because
Is it? Is that how that works?
Yeah,
I don't think that's.
if you multiply 20 by 5, you get 100%. So it's equivalent to buy 5 get 1 free.
Oh, you're okay. I see.
You
what
would get maybe the price of one.
That's exactly what.
Keyword is maybe, because guess what? There's different sizes. Each percentage would take a different one off, and you got
okay.
taxes.
Yeah, sales tax.
So if you
It's no.
well, sales tax apply regardless of if you buy 5 at once or buy 5 separately.
I'm not sure if you get off on an item. I'm not sure. It might depend on the region, but I'm not sure if that money comes out of the tax either.
No, it doesn't. Usually, it's just the item price.
It's just the item price that goes down.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm gonna still say I'm calling shenanigans.
Oh.
But if you want to buy 4 dildos
Yeah.
for the price of 4 dildos, and then want to get the 5th one, technically kind of sort of, but not really for
I wonder
free.
if it's that way for VAT in Europe, the VAT tax, because that's you pay on import. So you might actually, I don't know. We'll have to somebody chime in and let us know. Get a bunch of. I'll tell
Or
you what,
please change the topic.
if anybody is interested in buying 5 Twin Tails toys, could you please write us an email?
And please
let us
use
know.
coupon codes Red Wolf or Blue Fox
Yeah,
to give, 20% off.
and we'll find out. All right. Well, we're gonna do a little bit of a shorter show tonight, so we'll just probably jump into the roundup, I guess. Then,
Before we get to the roundup,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to say one thing.
Okay.
I cleaned out our fridge for some of the things in the back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, what was there?
We don't use it's probably a lot of old shit because we haven't used that fridge in a long time.
Other than my Asian food assortment,
Which is there.
yeah, it's there. Even though it looks moldy, it's not actually mold.
How does that last, by the way?
Those are okay. Those are salted, pickled, and processed in a way.
Don't they still collect germs? Because that's,
No, okay.
because any even if it's pickled, it still collects
Yes,
bacteria.
but it has.
Even
how
if
do
it
I
has
explain
preservatives.
it's meant to last like 2 to 5 years. It usually sits in cold and it ferments, and that fermentation actually kills other bacteria. So it's meant to last like 2 years. So it don't worry much
I
about
wouldn't
it.
trust food for 2 years, but that's me.
By Western standard, I guess.
It depends. I mean, like honey lasts a long
Yeah,
time.
honey, wine.
Yeah,
What
there's a
else
few
is
things.
fermented?
Wine just keeps fermenting, so it just gets strong.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink wine that's strong, but that's me.
Yeah.
But that's not what I was talking about.
Okay, then what else was there?
I am trying to find.
But do you have a photo of it?
I do. I have a photo and a video, but I'm just gonna put it in the host. Probably should put it in other chat. Oh fuck it! I hate this laptop sometimes. It doesn't like working, so I'm just gonna use my phone because it works a lot better. Anyway, it was really gross. And I don't know whose it was.
If it's meat or
It was not meat.
okay.
Mind you, I couldn't really tell what it was.
Wait, was this just like wrapped up like leftover?
No,
food?
it was something. It wasn't yours. I know that.
Okay.
Because you don't leave leftovers in any way.
Yeah,
I
okay.
eat all of my leftovers.
Well, I'm not saying it's
All right,
anyone
well,
here.
While we unravel this mystery, we'll jump into the end of the roundup here.
Wait. Where the fuck is the house chat? House chat.
You can search it.
There you are.
Anyway,
There you go.
welcome to. Is it in there now?
I have no clue.
I don't know what it is.
I'll pull it up on Telegram here.
Enjoy.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but it was in our fridge.
You should have poked it open.
No, because I was afraid it would probably cause spores. I didn't even want to open it.
I don't understand. It looks like it was dough or something.
It was like a type of dough or biscuit. There's a video next, by the way.
There is? Okay. I have to be careful because if I click it wrong, it'll show your real name on the screen, so I don't want to do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
People can know my name.
Yeah. And there we go. Hold on, I'll unmute it. I love how... Oh, God, it's all wet in there, too. Ah, it's so bad. Anyway, welcome to the...
you fucking...
What?
I gave a thumbs up at the end.
Really? You're upset that I cut that off?
I did, because I thought it was funny, but now whatever.
There's your thumbs up.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump into the actual roundup here. Welcome to the roundup. The roundup is a segment where we throw a bunch of fucking links at you, and you can check them out on your own after the show when we post the episode, which usually takes a few days. This is our rapid fire news segment. Let's jump right the fuck in. First update: Telegram has updated to now have profile videos, which is interesting. So it shows a still normally. But then if you like pull up somebody's profile and look at it, it'll play like a little video.
GIF.
I think it's an MP4. I think it's H.264 encoded video. I don't think it's... Telegram doesn't actually use GIFs. It's weird. They convert everything to video for some reason. I don't know why. Like they call it a GIF, but it isn't. It's just a H.264 file. Anyway, 2 gig file sharing now. Also, groups have stats, which is interesting. We were looking at some of the stats in the FurCast group. A lot of the stats are like interesting, but not... They're like the kind of stats you go, huh. But that's about it. Like one of them was just like, oh, well, how many posts have your moderators deleted? I have deleted 2 posts in the FurCast chat. Maruski has deleted 1 post in the FurCast
0.
chat. And Nico, you were 0.
I'm a man of the people. I kind of usually I usually side with the people. Like they post something that's a little like scandalous. Everyone's like, oh, and I'm like, well, what's wrong with it?
That wasn't 2 deletion in... I think that was 2 deletes in past 2 weeks. I think it groups it by every 2 weeks.
0 for me.
Yeah, I don't remember what the stats were. It was just fun, interesting. We were looking at it. And then improved people nearby and a couple of other updates.
I never use people nearby.
And they are working more on the image processing
I don't want people
stuff.
to know that I'm nearby.
Yeah.
Well, it's useful at cons and stuff if you're like trying to find people and stuff.
I've had to run away from people at cons more than
But yeah.
I don't want people to know where I am.
I like how you see no practical use for this feature that is by default turned off.
Yes. And I'm going to keep it off.
All right. Next on Twitter, this is a really cute post from VoxFox celebrating that they turned 64 by playing a famous Beatles track.
Aw. I like that song.
When I get older, losing my fur, many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine? Birthday greeting, bottle of wine. If I've been out till 400.
But shout out to VoxFox. It's such a cute tweet. We'll have that linked in.
When I'm 64,
Yeah, good track. Next, in the roundup, I mentioned last week that the Anthrocon AV team got their hands on a LiDAR scanner. They have already traveled to Pittsburgh and started getting scans of the entire venue, and we now have 3D mapped accurate versions of all of it. It's a lot of data to process and kind of go through. But here's some more photos from Fizz. I think I had showed some of these last week, but here's the actual LiDAR scanner on a motor on a cart. And they actually went around the convention center and got scans of everything. And yeah, we might have some very accurate VR chat recreations of the Anthrocon space, all the outdoor spaces and everything. So that'd be neat. Next in the roundup, human sperms swim more like otters than eels, study
Hey.
finds. This is apparently
You're a giant sperm.
a thing.
Thanks.
Spinners, not swimmers. Okay.
I kind of figured because they're not exactly the most complex of cells, so it kind of would make sense if it just kind of was like, because
So they like roll in 3D basically.
that's a lot easier for the cell to do.
Yeah, I would assume that they don't. Yeah, they're not like.
They are
coordinated.
extremely basic,
Yeah.
and your body makes way too many of them.
I don't think I do.
How would you know that?
How would you
You'd
know?
have
Have
to
you
get
done a
that-
sperm count?
Actually, that's not what I meant. Like, not individual sperm count, and isn't like
That's what it
just
is.
come in general.
Okay, if you jerk off so many times,
Okay, your sperm
it
count
starts
has,
to deplete.
Your sperm count has nothing to do with how much you come.
No.
Keep in
Also-
mind.
I know. I'm just saying that I wish I
People
could make
can-
more cum, not just sperm. I mean,
Okay, talk to your
Then
prostate, not your
Jerk
testicles.
less. wear some like loose fitting underwear, and there you go. That is how you produce more.
more sperm or more cum.
More fluid.
No, not
I
necessarily.
thought that was more for sperm, not the actual fluid, though.
The sperm. Okay, unless you're trying to have a baby, I don't think you are.
no,
but
no,
if you are, then
no.
you don't really need to care about what your sperm count is.
I just wish I could cum more. Is all.
Go onto the weird side of the internet, and they will tell you how to come more.
No, you could just look at the furry fandom for an answer.
I don't think the furry fandom would be a very good answer.
FurCast chat, how do I make more cum?
Hey, FurCast chat, how do I not have this conversation?
Next in the roundup, we have some bad news, actually. Patreon has lost a court case that they were fighting. The judge applied well-established law, denied Patreon's motion, and set it against them in their lawsuit against Owen Benjamin fans. Patreon will now be forced to arbitrate over 100 claims and possibly pay upfront fees of $10,000 per arbitration. The TLDR, from what I understand, is that Patreon banned some people that they didn't like on the platform, I think because they were Nazis. And then those people turned around and tried to sue Patreon. And because of I would assume their arbitration clause, something went wrong there, and it is not going well. I apologize, I actually don't have more information, but I've not seen a journalist break this down yet. So if anybody has more information, please let us know, and hopefully by next week we can talk about it in a little more detail. Either way, not looking good. If you rely on Patreon, I rely on Patreon, might want to look into this, because it might not be very good.
Hey, Paradox.
What?
How about shinies on FA?
Well, that'll change everything. We'll just get Affinity Shinies.
But I don't think FA has donation per month kind of system. I think it's just donate shinies once.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. And yeah, here's another tweet. There are so many lawsuits that the fees for each one will cost Patreon millions. So they filed to get the suits joined into one action, but they lied in the filing and the judge told them to get lost. That was a tweet from EEV blog that somebody was replying to. Next, speaking of politics, the Angry Orange has said or claimed that they will ban TikTok.
Okay. Before we continue,
Yeah.
he can't be just an orange because orange is too natural.
Yeah.
That's why the angry cream.
The tan orange?
No, like an angry creamsicle or like
Okay.
the orange flavor Twinkie.
Yeah. Yeah, we could go for that.
Because it has to be something like really like, ugh. Like,
Well, call it.
Yeah. So it will be very interesting to see how this plays out, because you can't really just ban an app like that. Like,
okay,
it's not a
he
thing
can't do
here.
a lot of things.
Well, right, no. But
And-
even beyond the guy, I just mean like banning an app in general. Like, even if you got it removed from the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store, you can still sideload apps, and that doesn't prevent people from actually using it. But they're also just saying, oh, well, they'll prevent them from conducting business legally, which might prevent the ads. But nobody's really sure how it's exactly going to work. Either way, we'll agree that Tencent is a sketchy as fuck company, and they do not have a very good track record with user privacy for many reasons, not just because of where they're from.
It might be a good time to look toward Byte.
Yeah, it might be a good time to try Byte.
I was gonna say, good luck trying to get all the masses that like TikTok, because there are a lot of them,
Yeah, well,
and they're not usually the brightest.
I quite like Byte as an app, but it just doesn't have the community. But I think
It's not much.
well done app, though. But yeah. Next in the roundup, 8.8 million foxes have been petted in the Ghost of Tsumisha. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not pronouncing it right. And other stats of this game. So it's a samurai simulator game, and I guess there's a fox in the
Xuri
game.
was playing it, yeah.
And apparently you can pet the fox, and somehow the company that makes the game got the stat of how many people, and apparently 8.8 million times foxes have been petted.
I wonder if it was specifically said in the privacy policy. It's like, stats such as how many times you have petted this fox will be presented and sent back to the...
Well, based on all the stats, I assume there's a lot of, like, they just keep track of a lot of, like, the basic
Yeah, they
stuff.
just keep track of the basic,
Yeah.
17.1 million bamboo strikes.
There's a bunch of other stats, but honestly, I don't care. As long as the foxes got pet, that's pretty much... I don't know about you guys, but that's like the only one I care about.
I like the one with the amount of time on a horse.
Yeah, that's true. The amount of, where is that one?
810.3
810.3 years. So there you go.
It's a lot of years on a horse.
Next, you guys might remember this video. This was from All Gas No Brakes.
I was in the video.
You were in the video?
Yeah.
Really?
Right around where the cat lady starts talking.
So this is a YouTube channel, All Gas No Brakes, and this video got 1.8 million views. You guys might remember it.
Man, you know what it is, man. We're here live at the Midwest FurFest in Rosemont, Illinois, figuring out what the fur is going on. You said West Side?
First off, fuck you, bitch, and the click you claim.
You dig? Fur gang, bitch.
Surprise, motherfucker. Free Take K, free Palestine. You ain't this shit, Take K. What's a few lives and you got bars? I got a hat on right now because my hair looks like blown out cow pussy when it's like been under a fursuit for so long.
So that was the video that was released.
Shout out to Antifa. Respect our troops.
Any win against Tom Brady is a win to defeat racism.
Furries, do not fuck with Kamala Harris. Bernie, 2020, Bernie or riot.
So it was a great video where he just went around and just interviewed random people. And it got a lot of views. Well, H3 on YouTube, which is another popular YouTube channel for better or worse, they interviewed him. And in the interview, they talked about him going to MFF 2019.
I don't know. I guess I didn't know what the furry fandom was about. I thought it was just like a sex thing. I don't know why I thought that. I thought it was like a weird bestiality type thing. Totally wrong. I think first it's actually pretty cool. And it like a lot of the people there like I talked to are like on the spectrum. And so when they wear the fursuit, like it makes they can socialize non-verbally and don't have to make eye contact. So they can just like touch and without like having to like the social pressure of like an eye contact thing. So it's actually, I think first it's actually pretty cool and it's super therapeutic to mad people that I talk to. So that was the dilemma. It's like, fuck, I'm not here to make fun of these people anymore. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to make these people feel shittier than they already have been made to feel before they became furries. So I don't know. I had a tough time there. I was bored.
I think that a lot of people watching will appreciate hearing that because we've kind of we make fun of furries on this show, and we always get a little bit of blowback from the furry community. They feel that they're misunderstood. It sounds like you've came to that same conclusion.
Yeah, I just think sex is a really small part of it, even though for some reason
that's what they say.
It seems to be a big part of the portrayal.
Okay,
Which is weird. I don't know why.
Part for you doesn't mean it's a big part for everybody.
I know, but I actually don't have the stats, so I'm not going to argue for it.
It just seems so synonymous with fetishism.
I don't know why either. The tail, I don't know what's going on there. There's just something that like makes it seem like it's like a sex cult.
Yeah.
It's not.
Man, I want to be a part of a sex cult.
I'm okay without being a part of a sex cult.
Well,
because usually if you call it a part of it, you don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I've
dude,
seen enough
have you been
movies.
inside a furry suit? Because I got one for a gag. And the commitment it takes to be inside that suit for more than 10 minutes because it is not comfortable and it's hot as a mother.
Yeah, I know it's like $4,500, but I would actually be a scaly, not a furry, because I'm far more into reptiles than I am animals with hair and fur.
You made a mistake.
And I had this
there.
lizard that died on the American Idol finale in 06 when I was in 7th grade. No, it's when I was 7 years old. You know, when Carrie Underwood beat Bo Bice. I was a huge Bo Bice fan. So I was already crying because Bo Bice lost the American Idol finale. And then I go into my room and my lizard Snakey is just like slumped on his back, like dead. And so I was just the worst day of my life. So I was thinking about getting RIP Snakey tattooed. But then I met someone at the Furry Con who designs scale-based furry costumes for like $7,000. So I wanted to be like an 8 foot tall, like buff, like reincarnated Snakey and just roll around and speak in like a lizard voice.
So anyway, you guys can check out the rest of the interview. We'll have that linked in the roundup. And finally, last story in the roundup, not necessarily furry related, but for those of you who are passionate about the internet like I am, SpaceX claims that Starlink has, quote, extraordinary demand, with nearly 700,000 people signing up interested in testing out the service. And I was one of those people because apparently they actually are doing tests in the upstate New York region, which is where we are. And yeah, apparently a lot of people are interested in trying Starlink, which is really cool. And I think Starlink is really exciting because I'm really sick of only having 2 ISPs to choose from. And internet everywhere on the planet, I think, is probably going to be one of the biggest achievements of the next couple decades, if that becomes a thing for Starlink and their competitors. But either way, interesting story about their kind of market and demand and, you know, the money that's involved in it. Of course, Starlink has a lot of markets that they're trying to go for. They're trying to go for like rural areas that don't have internet. They're also trying to go for like stock trading because of latency, because they're low orbit satellites instead of high orbit satellites. And because they're sending direct, like with lasers to the other satellites, it turns out it's actually faster than fiber optic cables on Earth, because fiber optic cabling actually slows down light quite a lot. I mean, you know, it's still very fast, but when you slow the speed of light down enough and you're going to the other side of the planet, it actually adds, you know, 10 milliseconds, 20 milliseconds, which apparently matters to stock traders and probably matters to you if you're trying to get headshots. I don't know. But either way, interesting article. And that's the end of the roundup.
Start playing League with Toll. I mean, not Toll. Who's your Australian friend?
Toll.
Oh, right. Who was he thinking? Anyway, well, that can cut down the ping.
It would.
Oh, not to mention, the fiber cables a lot of times have amplifiers in the middle as well, and those can kind of introduce latency and issues and stuff like that, depending on the type of fiber, obviously. But yeah.
I still don't know what was in that Tupperware.
I still don't know. It's just a mystery.
Someone said it was pierogies, which it could have been. I know Faye made pierogies like a few months ago.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I think I'd left in there for a while was I had little little pudding cup things. I just got to throw those out. I should do that.
I had yogurt in there that expired in May, but it was enclosed. It was just like a little crumpled in, and I'm like, just not gonna open.
I think I finished those Jello things, Paradox.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, that's right. Because that was why. Because you were eating them for a while, but I wasn't sure. Yeah. All right.
But honestly, I would actually love to try to do a bacteria test with your create like your stuff.
Oh, sure.
It'd be interesting.
Bacteria test?
Culture test. What you do is you take a look, a little speck, and you put it into a little thing, and you have to make sure it's like in a warm spot for like a night, and then you look at it, and it's
things
like,
will grow.
That's the point.
Yeah. But like, is it harmful to you? That can you determine?
Most of the time, you don't really want to have a lot of cultures about bacteria in you. I said most of the time.
Yeah.
I would say probably it would be bad for you. We could ask Ikazuri, because she would know a lot more about what would be harmful to the human body than me, a music teacher. Mm-hmm. But I do know how to do the culture test, because that's fun.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had any stomach ache.
It would just be a test. It wouldn't be a like, you're going to get sick, or, oh, you're not going to get sick. It's...
Oh, Paradox. Speaking of... Oh, actually, go ahead.
Oh, no, people are talking about Starlink and chat and stuff. The kind of ups and downs of the various methods of using that. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to replace certain land-based stuff, but it's just anything that adds options to the table is good in terms of internet availability, regardless of how your market is handled. So it'll be interesting. As somebody who was interested in buying a house specifically for the internet it had available and not for anything else. But luckily we have good internet here. All right. Before we jump into news, which Nico said you had a news article. Before we jump into news, I'll just mention that FurCast is sponsored by twintailcreations.com. They have awesome, high-quality, durable, carefully made toys, adult toys, for a reasonable price. I mean, they also have other cute little things that you can get too. But
I wouldn't give it to any kid, though.
Yeah, but they sell stuff in very pretty colors, lots of custom patterns. You can ask them to surprise you with their designs. They also have FurCast colorations if, for whatever reason, you want our Fursona colors going up your butt. There's Dante, my favorite one on the screen right there. They also ship discreetly. Their return label just says TTC LLC. Same thing with the credit card transaction. And they do ship internationally. They've had many success stories with that. We've got a few people over in... actually, we have a few fans in Eastern Europe as well who have not had any shipping issues. They're also part of our community, which means if you have questions, a lot of times they're in our chat room, they're hanging out. They are degenerates just like you. So they're great to chat with and hang out with. Shout out to Lacodian Sin especially, who are always chatting with me. They're great guys. Love is poured into every mold, and fans are encouraged to reach out and share their experiences. And we have coupon codes, Red Wolf and Blue Fox. Red Wolf being, you should go with Red Wolf. 20% off.
It still says 15% there.
It still does. You know what it is? It's because the graphics template. I have a like a template for the graphic that comes up. There we go. 20% off. There, I fixed it. Anyway. But yeah, shout out to Twin Tail Creations. Those are awesome guys. They're keeping everybody entertained in the midst of the crisis. And by the way, they are shipping despite it being COVID-19 because of their business model. They're able to operate because they mostly work remotely from each other. So they're able to still design and ship and clean, and they're also meticulous about cleaning and making sure that they are like super high quality. When they sent us a box of rejects, just so that we could have like samples of stuff, it was amazing. Like there'd be like a tiny little bubble or like a tiny little nick in the corner of one, and they were like, "Nope, won't sell it," and they gave it to us.
We still have to destroy them.
We do it. Well, it's really hard to destroy them, apparently.
Well, we got to do something with them.
Yeah, because that was Pharaoh's whole thing. He wanted to like film videos of us trying to destroy them.
Then he got a job and got distracted.
Yeah. But so far we've not really been able to destroy them because you can't, like, even if you like put a blowtorch on them, they don't, which I don't recommend, by the way. But
I mean, you can. It will do nothing.
It won't do much. Yeah.
We've done it. We know.
But yeah.
Do it Mythbuster style.
Yeah. I always love when fans get the toys though, and then they like share them in our chat because we have a bot in the FurCast chat called FurCast, which you can send NSFW stuff to, and it'll share it in the main group, but like just as a link. That way, like it doesn't pop up on people's screens and stuff. And it's always great when people do that. And they're like, "Oh, guys, I got my toy," and we're like, "Well, what do you think? Give us a review." It's great. And by the way, Twin Tails does sell also other stuff on their website. They have like cute bondage gear and stuff like that. The coupon codes are only for the silicone products, though, I believe. But you can check out the other stuff on their website. It's pretty cool. And that's it. Before we do a music break in Patreon, do we want to just jump into news now and do that, or do we want to do like Patreon and then that? It's whatever you feel like.
I will say it's your call.
Well, it's your article, so.
But it's your call.
Why don't we do the article first?
Okie dokie.
And I'll let you read that, and then we'll do music break right after, because we're gonna do a shorter show tonight.
It's a shorter article.
Yeah. So we'll end with the music stuff. That's why we'll get it done. Get her done.
Okay.
And it's a shorter article too, so yeah.
Sanford police follow trail of cookie crumbs away from burglarized store.
Literally a trail of cookie crumbs.
A trail of cookie crumbs. That's so hard to say. A Sanford man and teen have been accused of burglarizing a Family Dollar where they allegedly... Where's my bell?
Where is the bell?
Where's my bell? Why's my bell over there? Thank you. Has allegedly stole cookies, candy, and an umbrella. Jonathan Gillis, 18, and the unidentified 15-year-old were each charged with burglary, according to Sanford Police Lieutenant Matthew T. Jones. Police officers responded about 2:23 a.m. on July 17th to the Family Dollar at Midtown Mall on Main Street, which apparently is close to Coda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he told me. He's like, this is like town or two over.
Oh, wow.
Where a passerby reported a smashed out front window, Jones said Friday.
Why would you rob?
Why would you smash a window for this?
Why would you?
You stole like $10 worth of stuff. Just wait.
Like, I don't understand.
If you really needed cookies, go to Walmart.
What is this, Dollar General?
Family Dollar.
Family Dollar. Do they even have good cookies?
No, they don't. They have one that's actually not too shit, where it kind of tastes like Thin Mints.
Yeah.
But that's the only one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Anyway, officers found the suspects, later identified as Gillis, and the teenager stole the package of cookies, candy, and an umbrella. Okay, according to Jones, the weather at the time of the burglary was clear, but rain was in the forecast, Jones said. That's why they got the umbrella. Come on. They were thinking ahead, these robbers. They were thinking. An officer followed a trail of cookie crumbs away from the store, down the stairs of the Midtown Mall, onto a nearby Riverside Avenue where the trail became cold, according to Jones.
The trail became cold.
Okay, you must have been like munching cookies.
The power
your
of drugs. When you got the munchies.
Yeah, I was gonna say this guy's got to be like you must have walked by a Family Dollar and been like, I need those fucking cookies.
These last two sentences are very important.
Okay.
After an investigation, police found Gilius on July 23rd and the 15-year-old on Wednesday. The umbrella was recovered, Jones said. It was important. They found the umbrella.
Oh, good.
All is saved.
Did they ever get the cookies back?
I don't think so.
Oh. I like how it was a trail of cookie crumbs. I feel like that's a lot of...
Yeah, like he must have had 2 handful of cookies like shoving into his hand. And...
Yeah.
It seems like it was a mix of cookie crumbs and like they kept on dropping other packages of cookies.
But I feel like they tried to grab too much, and then they were like trying to run away with too much.
I feel like they're an idiot.
I mean, yeah, I suppose
they probably aren't the smartest.
Probably shouldn't give this guy too much credit in terms of like planning methodology, but you know. Dunran says munchies are good. Does Family Dollar sell name brand cookie? I mean, they
probably.
Sell, yeah, they sell like I would assume they have like Oreos and Chips Ahoy and you know the popular like American brands. But I don't know if they would.
I don't know because if they have to sell it for $1, they probably wouldn't have those.
What's the $1 store that sells things for over $1? But they're always like exact dollar amounts.
General Dollar, I think.
General Dollar.
This is generally $1.
Yeah, like it's like usually things are like $20
Dollar
or
General.
less. Yeah. Huh.
I don't know. I don't really go to dollar stores. I do, and I that's a lie. I kind of do. For a lot of my teacher things, where I'm like getting gifts for my kids, I go to the dollar store because I'm poor.
I haven't been in a dollar store in a long time.
It's really depressing.
I would assume that the value of things has diminished over time because as currency,
it's about the same than when we were kids.
Really?
Yeah, it's about the same.
Huh?
It's sad.
Huh?
It's yeah. Anyway,
there's like in the UK they have like pound shops, which I would.
But
assume
a pound is worth more.
But a pound is worth more. So it's like I feel like you could get better value out of your trip and your purchase. I don't know.
I like the like five and below store.
Yeah,
which is like $5.
See, that would be more appropriate for me. Like,
that would actually probably be more useful to you anyway, because they sell some tech things.
Well, and they would sell like better food and snacks. Like you could get like regular chips and regular things that would normally cost $1 or $2.
They also sell like not like good tech things, but let's say like you have no choice and you have to buy like an aux cable real fast for under $5. There you go. It'll probably only work a couple times and then probably get deteriorated.
Didn't you get a Bluetooth speaker from a dollar store?
I got a Bluetooth speaker at Walmart for $1, and it's okay.
Is it still working?
It does still work, and I'm probably gonna bring it next time we go frolfing because I could just like cook it up, and if it dies, oh no! If it breaks, oh no! It cost me $1. It cost me as much as an Arizona iced tea.
Is it actually Bluetooth?
Yes.
That's kind of amazing,
and it
actually.
works. And it's like not completely shit. Is it bad? Oh yeah.
It's probably a completely off the shelf like purpose-built circuit that's all it does is receive Bluetooth.
No, it doesn't have to be Bluetooth. It also has a cable that you can plug in.
Wow.
Yeah. It has an aux cord that you can put in.
That economies of scale, ladies and gentlemen. That is.
It's not good. I'm not defending it.
Right. I know.
I'm defending that it's impressive for $1, but it's also not a good speaker. It's perfect for if you're going outside. Also, it's water resistant. I put it in the shower with me because it said it could, and it worked.
Was it like a flash sale, or is it like an actual product
that
is being sold for?
It's the box said $5. I'm like, sure.
Okay.
But then I got to the register. It was like $1. And I'm like, okay.
It's still impressive for $5 though.
There was a lot of them too. So if we really wanted to, we could have went back and grabbed them all. And then I don't know.
And then wow, we would have had a lot of.
We still didn't put a shower speaker in, and I want to put a shower speaker in.
Yeah, kind of want to do that.
we need to paint the shop. There's so much stuff we have to do with our bathroom.
To make it more cozy.
Also, I'm sorry if my passive aggressive opening the window is bothering anyone who is closing that window.
That's me actually. Because whenever I turn on my AC, the cool air
it gets
flows
hot.
out. Yeah. Okay, I'll let you.
It doesn't. Because every single time I go in there when it's closed for a while, it gets all hot and
stinky.
Yeah, I think his complaint is that the air comes in and then his room smells like the bathroom.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, because actually no. If you keep the window open, it's okay.
That's what I try to do. Like, I got it the one time when it was windy.
I'm not closing the window at all, so I don't know who's closing it then.
I'm closing the window.
Oh.
The one time it was windy, I was kind of understanding why you kept closing it because it kept like closing it shut. But I'm very sensitive to smell, and usually like when I walk into it, like it smells like towels that have been there for too long.
Yeah,
and it doesn't. It's not actually mold, but it smells like it's starting to be mold, and that just.
I need to come up with a solution. Instead of a sliding door, I want to put like an actual door so that I can keep the air shut.
Of anyone in this house that could put a door in that spot, I think it would be you.
Yeah.
So you
or
can do it.
Another option is to put some sort of tapestry that sort of acts like a curtain, air curtain.
That would be weird.
So the only controversial passive-aggressive thing that I do is when I put dishware away and glasses away, I store them up instead of down. That's literally it. It's the only passive-aggressive thing that I've noticed.
Nobody notices that.
I know.
I'm on like every side of this house's grievances. I know everyone's grievances in this house.
I don't care. I just do it
no one has that grievance.
Because when you put the glass down, it doesn't dry because it seals it. Whereas if you put it up, it dries out.
Okay, I would agree with you, but also
I don't care that
without
much.
being a dick, we use cups so fucking fast in this house. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I'm not saying I care.
I'm the one who keeps doing the dishwasher, and we go through so many fucking cups. I know a good chunk of them are
Nirok in
mine.
chat says, Paradox, I am literally putting my dishes away right now, but the glass is down. Damn it, Nirok!
Good wolf.
But also, speaking of cups, we have 6 cups that we cycle through.
We have so many. I know. I'm not saying it's just yours.
Yeah.
It's everybody. I'm making this a household. We have so many cups that we use. Now, I understand that we have them all, and yes, I'm not going to say that we have too many cups because we use them all.
Right, Riley says, I just get this, let the dishes dry before putting them away. Yeah, but that involves
Riley, we have so many people in this house that no.
I feel like that doesn't scale.
If we had one, like, if it was like just me and Paradox or like me and Maruski, like if we just like let them sit out on the counter for a little bit to dry, that would be fine. Because guess
Glasses
what?
up storage
We can just grab them. But there's like 6 of us.
I love how peep the chat room. Huh? The chat room is having such a fight about this.
The cups?
Yeah.
I don't like the cups upside down because I don't trust how clean that is.
I don't want the lip touching anything else.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
You mean, so that's why you store them up, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, same. That's why I don't.
But in retaliation to that and other things, when someone puts some bowls away, there's always some water left in them, and I pour them, and like it just pours on top of me, and I'm like, ugh. And so if you guys are washing your bowls by hand, which is fine.
Our stuff, because we have our own like little set of mugs that we use.
Yeah.
We have like a little holder that they go on.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
like,
they don't.
I'm talking about the cup, not the cups, the
okay,
bowls. Because like some of you get like, I know you use the bowls, but
there's
okay. Hold on.
You
sorry.
pour it out, and then it like make sure you get all the water out.
Okay.
Because it just keeps water in there, and then it makes me all paranoid because I'm like, there's water in here, and what do bacteria love? They love like wet, moist spots. They're kind of warm up room temperature.
Nirok just sent me a video that I guess I'm supposed to play now.
So here's the problem. See, it's like concave on the top, so there's like a little bit of water in there. So that doesn't get dry, but the inside is like perfectly dry. So I just dump out the water, and then like maybe wipe it off on the towel, and then this is my awesome mug, and then it goes in upside down so that the top, which was wet, can dry.
That's touching the shelf.
Well, also keep in mind, our shelves have like these rubber bottoms to them.
Our shelves look like they're from like the 1970s, and I don't think they've been cleaned. So, I mean, if you have your own place and you can like clean down your counters on it every so often, go for it.
This is a great, very in-depth conversation.
Oh, another thing about kitchen, I hate having sticky feet paws.
Okay.
So I wash it with the mop. Like
you wash the floor?
Yeah, I wash the floor.
You washed the floor?
You think
Controversy!
anyone in this house is gonna yell at you for cleaning?
No. But it's just my thing. I don't like having sticky paws, and whenever I go to washroom, I always wash my feet before I go out.
Hey,
I know you do.
The InfoSec Den. TC just sent me a photo of their house, and all of their glasses are stored up. Thank you, TC, for sending me that photo.
Whenever like I'm playing games, like I hear like the bathroom and like because they turn on the
for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's like a really fast like whoosh, whoosh. And I'm like, yep, you wash your feet. That's fine.
You wash your paws.
Yeah, I wash my paws at least 10 times a day.
You like clean foot paws.
Which you do you.
Yeah.
I don't, but you do you. I'm not. Once again, I'm not gonna yell at you for. Ugh. I don't like
socks.
I don't like the toes.
Oh yeah, you have toe socks,
I
toe
hate
shoes.
the toes.
Why?
Because I don't like toes.
They're just foot fingers.
No, they're not. They're toes.
I can grab onto things with them.
Can you write with your feet?
Yes.
Gross. I don't need to see a demonstration.
Okay.
Because my gross will still stand.
I feel
no matter how clean your feet are, I still think toes are gross.
In my opinion, clean feet are fine. It's just dirty feet that are gross, which they often are. But But I think
their feet, they're gross.
I don't think anything's wrong with clean. I mean, to be fair, like I think a lot of people's hands are gross.
Yes.
Like especially children,
But
grubby children hands
are more gross
just
than feet.
Yeah,
in terms
my
of
thing
bacteria
is,
count.
yes, but you wash your hands a lot. If you're like,
well, he washes his feet a lot.
I probably wash my feet more often than my hands. Actually,
that's a personal thing.
I know.
But I'm talking about your average person. Your average person, especially nowadays, are going to wash their hands more than they're going to wash their feet. I don't wash my feet terribly often. I like wash sometimes in the morning.
Okay, but I guess
I'm not like taking like a scrub.
But
and
the
like,
thing that I'm saying, Nico, is that I'm arguing against the people who say that feet are always, even if they're washed, gross.
Because I think they're gross.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't have feet things. I don't like them.
I don't really have any interest in feet either, but I don't think they're gross as long as they're clean. I don't think. Do you think butts are gross if they're clean?
Different because that's a sex thing for me, not feet. I don't have a foot fetish, so I have no like. They have nothing for me. They're meant to get you from one place to another.
Krana says, "What about hooves?"
As long as you like, you make sure you chisel out all the gross stuff inside of it. Hooves are fine.
Huh. Interesting.
Yes. But you actually have to clean out the hooves, because if you've ever seen like horses' hooves that need to be cleaned, it looks real cool. But also, wash your ass. Yeah, I actually do wash my ass quite a bit. Bottoms.
Well, yeah, and we got a bidet, which
I do use.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, the bidet's nice.
Yeah.
I love how we have immediately stopped using like compared to the amount of toilet paper we were using.
Yeah,
we use like barely any now. It's great,
and we don't have to empty out the trash can as often.
Yeah.
Why do we have to do the trash can?
Why did it change that?
Huh?
Why
did it change that?
Oh no, not changing out the trash can. I mean like empty out the trash can.
But why? Why did that change?
Actually, no, we don't.
I was talking about what's the correlation between
what's
the bidet
correlation
and
between the bidet and the trash can?
I want to know because I've changed the garbage a lot, and I don't want there to be a correlation between the bidet and the garbage can.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's no correlation because
nothing that touches your ass should go in the garbage can.
Yeah, I forgot about this. So that
there are reasons how come I do not want to have any like the wet wipes because I know people do that, and I don't want to touch anything that's been on your butt. Or on your butt, or on Bluegrass's butt, or on anyone's butt. I'm like, that's not.
I get you.
When
there
it's
is no correlation.
Good. Just making sure.
I'm the one who brought the bidet to this house.
Oh, toilet paper cores.
That's a little bit.
Yeah, that's
like a little tube. Which I mean, like if you want to be like space like efficient, you just smush them in and you put them in.
Somebody says a separate unit or just the bidet toilet. Yeah, it's just the toilet seat one. It's a really cheap one too, but it works really well.
Yeah, I got it for $49, $50.
And Nirok says tube.
The only other thing that I will say, because apparently this is airing a grievances show.
Okay, I guess.
I guess this is like household.
Yeah, we don't have anything else to talk about, guys. By the way, sorry.
I love the bidet. Clean around it at some point. Because I had to wipe that down.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was on that, but it was not.
Yeah, I wish there was a cleaning function for that side of the.
That's
whatever
literally
flap.
take a paper towel and just go whoop, 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 whoop. And then just wipe it down. Try not to think about it.
Not throwing out tears. I don't know.
It was gross.
All right, guys. Geez, sorry.
Ouch.
The jingle.
I don't know what other grievances.
I don't know if we have any other grievances to air. So yeah, guys, there's really, like as I've said in the previous few shows, there's really not much going on. So
I know like a couple grievances from other people, but I'm not here to share those.
all right, so I think
Those
we
were just
are
mine.
all good. Do we want to move on to Patreon shoutouts?
I mean, it's your call.
Oh,
All right.
right. We haven't had the music break.
Nope.
Oh wait, it's a music break. It's probably just gonna be.
We're probably just gonna do Patreon shoutouts
And then
and then we'll
we'll-
take calls.
Okay.
We'll do a post show. So, all right, see everybody who's listening live. See you in the post show. For podcast listeners, here's our Patreon shoutouts.
You're listening to FurCast.
Support for FurCast comes from Patreon users, including Shaman the Photon Wizard, Dexy Wexy, Phaon, Energize the Wolf, Sweetie Darling, Barnaby Fox, Strike the Sergal, Frost Blaze, Anu Fox, Omega Zai, Mullock the Generic Brown Wolf, Cypher the Heckmutt, X the Fox, Binary Pause, Zavarkin, Fireline Coyote, Trinity Werefox, Lord Headcheese, Biohazard, Code Yax, Fox 777, Fiasco, Red Eye the Rhodey Red Lion, Tukiri, Lieutenant Fox, Calypso Collie the Fluffy Trucker, Mellow Wolf, Rit the Otter, Doxy, Zoopy the Barcode Kitty, Arceus the Tiny Tiger, Horse Code Hooves Up, Alta Shep, Meru Snowmew, D Otter, Ski Sharp, Nick Liz, Nerd Hoof, Zenair the Mutt, Nether Lynx, Frost Wolgon, Jeb M16, Static the Scrap Goat, Taru the Yellow-Nosed Doggo, Cronass, Jax the Husky, Fuzzy the Fox, No Name Horse, and Gaia Wellen.
Additional support comes from social media. Twitter users, Commander Wolf 3, Kazro Fox, Drop Table Foxes, Perp, House Tier, Anti-Blue Fox, Onyx Fox 23, BBQ Skunk, Rivik Wolf, John Crescent, Kaz the Dreg, Wolvern 4, Nate Blueberry 13, Bell Platagon, Jared Tamana, Ziv Fox, Cyrus SL, Crossy on Twitter at XSSFox, the other Commander Wolf on Twitter at ForWolf99, Brother Rat on Twitter at Ratus Spiritus, Zelig on Twitter at Stealthy Dragon, Trashcat Danny on Twitter at Trash Danny, 12 on Twitter at The Lion Thing, Shua on Twitter at Pulsing Panther, Coda Winter on Twitter at Dakota Wolf 12, Telegram user Sorcerer Dale, YouTube channel Joe G. Bear, and the following websites: macrowolf.com, arihu.com, hack13.me, Superdwarf with anthrolinks.net, and Devin D. Partlet with furryhockeyleague.com.
Additional support for FurCast comes from Shisha Sheppy, who's a good boy. For head bases and 3D printed goods, commission Tar Paw Studios at Alice Tar on Telegram. Silver Moonshine, maker of fluffy tails. Fisk Games, the new furry YouTuber on the block. At AlecGator300 on Twitter, creating pixel arts and being a filthy hybrid since 2012. Tantru with World in Rue View, providing fandom news since 2015. Honorius, who says, one more cheese joke and someone's getting bored. Spurigs, one of the only Ethiopian wolf degenerates in all of furry land. Scar the Fur on YouTube, giving you bite-sized, detailed furry history. Kilo the Proto-Yote, who says Jessie is the best kitty. Cody Big Cat with Cody's custom auto and truck accessories. Come see us today at 625 East 1st Street in Vidalia, Georgia, for all your auto accessory needs. Light and Shadow, the wolves, keep furry possum. Patty, who says, what Socks says is true. Socks, who says, what Patty says is not true. A message from @Grundy the Goat. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. Donran, munching those pizzas and writing those tunes. For an invite to the unofficial FurCast Minecraft server, message @Sashahina on Telegram. KobeCats.com. Take a bite out of art. We know you're hungry, so come get your paws and maws on a delicious piece of burger priced art. Raiko's furry fortune telling on Telegram at Obsidian Fox. Saucy Fox, who says, I'm trash. Raccoons, HMU. Checkers the Dragon. Chess is my safe word. Fishmeister Cod, still not a furry since February 2011. Knightley at snouts.online, who says, I want to see this community grow beyond meets and conventions. Permanent furry commune. When? Max Shepard, who has been watching since the Bacon Felony. Neon Wuff, who says, Oreo is a very good boy. He is a good boy, isn't he? Little_sunshine and Scootaloo with the unofficial XBN Xbox app at patreon.com/horseapps. FurCast's #1 wimpy fan, Tyler the Wesky. Shaki, the Maid Lord of Nordic FuzzCon. Visit the Maid Cafe at Nordic FuzzCon in Sweden. Chris Tale on FA, specializing in Toonie art. The Church of Issoire, worshipping Lynx since the year Tuft. Rose Iron Husky, smell those sweet, sweet welds. Skycorp, creating transformative technologies for mature audiences at skycorp.global. Check out the SoCal Shepherd Show, wherever you get your podcasts. Disc Cookie, creating procedural beat maps for VR rhythm games. Kuranos, who says, circles are quite friendly and nice actually. Tekwin, TC Fox, and Kaiwana of the Infosec Den in Wellington, New Zealand. At Equinox on Twitter, who says, remember kids, neigh loudly, squeak often. Sylvan Scott, Grey Muzzle, Sorta Rider, and Tabletop Gamer, on Fur Affinity as Sylvan, with size-related stories and other speculative fiction. Shadowclaw Studios. Check out our Facebook page for links to our gaming streams. The Feline Support Alliance. A good kitty is a bitey kitty. Shacket Airlines. We always land on our feet. Silver Gatomon at patreon.com/silvergatomon. Cheetah Paws for a daily dose of bulgy arts. Support him at patreon.com/cheetahpaws.
And a very special thanks to Blaze Fusky and Decibel Fox. Support for FurCast comes through Patreon, PayPal, cash donations, and from listeners like you. To become a patron and learn more about supporting FurCast, visit furcast.fm/support.
This is XBN.
This is XBN. Hope everybody's been doing good, despite how crazy things are. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I think that's pretty much it for this podcast episode, at least. And for anybody tuning in live, I'll stay tuned for the post show because we'll take calls and do some stuff like that. But I think that'll be it for the podcast. Just a shorter one this week. So, well, by short, I mean still 57 minutes. So
like an average podcast.
Most podcasts. Anyway, I've been your host, Paradox Red Wolf.
And I've been your Tiger Maruski.
Oh, wow. You actually, you're okay with being second that time.
Oh, I don't want to go through the whole. You go ahead. You go.
Which I'm going to just make it just so completely awkward right now because I can. Hi, everybody. I'm Nico. I like making things awkward. That's what I do best.
Maybe you just like guilt tripping.
Oh, I guilt trip like a son of a bitch. You kidding?
Bye, guys.
I do that all the time.
I know.